Kenya state corporations face challenges in both their financial performance and operational efficiencies. And so this is another area that if we look at the inefficiencies in the governance structure, then we could also help the state corporations so that we're not always using so much budgetary to support them from Treasury. And so we are looking to support both internal and government initiatives that promote ethics and integrity to improve efficiency and advocate for reform. One, implementing the Presidential Task Force, of which, Your Excellency, you remember and were all part of it, to report to provide greater governance and physical monitoring. Re-engineer government processes using blockchain technology to increase transparency and efficiency and reduce costs in public service provision. Ensure that all debt is earmarked for mitigating budget shortfalls and delivering Vision 2030, not consumption. If we borrow to eat, even in our homes, then we never really move. So if we looked at a country like a home, like a family, then we would do differently, even with the debt. Implement the Bribery Act 2016. This will curb private sector corruption. We really worked so hard for this act, and we are glad that now we do have the regulations, but we really wanted it to be operationalized. Ensure the 10-point agenda on corruption developed by the multi-agency task force considered in 2015 is actually implemented and enforced. Follow through the actions and commitments, of which I remember, Your Excellency, you were part of that, the National Anti-Corruption Conference in 2019 with all the sectors. We all made commitments. Hold us responsible. It shouldn't be only a government affair. What did private sector commit? What did civil society commit? What did the religious sector commit in this area? Raise the judiciary budget from 0.06% to the global benchmark, at least the global benchmark of 2.25%, to facilitate effective and timely prosecution of cases. Judiciary should not only be for the people in this room, should be for Wanjiku and everyone else. So could we at least increase their budget so that we can have courts in every part of this country and accessible justice? Enhance Kenya's trade and investment competitiveness locally, regionally, and internationally. We are also happy to work with you to build the capacity of state and private sector corporations to implement anti-corruption compliance measures to improve corporate governance and boost our investment confidence by undertaking regular corruption risk mapping surveys and implementing mitigative measures to address emerging challenges. The fourth one, invest in cutting-edge research and development is required to facilitate rapid economic transformation. There's no country that can develop without research. We all depend, many organizations, and I know some are represented here, come and pay for a lot of research here because they take it back to their own countries and use it to really determine what they do with us, what they do with their own countries. If we spend a little budget, even just less than 1% in our research, in our R&D, we will discover what we have as this country. We will be able to use our own innovations. Young people are innovating every day. Instead of those innovations being based out in Delaware and everywhere else, if we could harness those innovations, then this country will transform. And we are happy to say that we can work with academia, with government, and be able to harness this on innovation so that our private sectors who are in this room and elsewhere can feed into this R&D and be able to increase and grow. Because what we are looking for is that scale up. If you're a small business, you scale up. If you're a big business, you scale up. We want our own multinationals grown here. I always say every micro enterprise is the multinational, it's the Microsoft of tomorrow. And so we need to scale up our own business.